This month's stitch is the raspberry stitch. It kind of looks like little raspberries, and it's actually pretty easy once you know how to purl. I've already started here a few rows. I casted on a multiple of 4 here, and you'll need to do that in order to make this one work out. So for our first row, we'll actually just purl all the way across. And remember, purling is done by putting your needle in on this side and wrapping around, pulling through, and pulling off the edge. Our row 2 is what really makes the pattern. So to do our row 2, we're going to purl 3 together. You'll pick up 3 stitches, and you're just going to purl it like regular through all 3 of those stitches. And sometimes you might drop it because it's a little more difficult to get. And there we go. Now the next thing, we're going to knit, purl, knit, all in the same stitch. So I'm going to knit just like regular, move my yarn this way to purl, purl in the same stitch, and then move my yarn back and knit in that same stitch. Then we just go back to purl 3 together and then do it all over again. So purl 3, pick up your 3, and this might take a little bit of practice. Move my yarn to the back, knit, move your yarn to the front, purl in the same stitch I just knitted in, yarn to the back again so that I can knit in that same stitch. I didn't quite get my yarn. And then on the final one, you drop that stitch off. Now we're going back to purl again. Get those 3 stitches on. And you should end on a knit, purl, knit in the same stitch. And there we go. Now row 3 is the same as row 1. We're just going to purl all the way across. Now we're ready for row 4. And row 4 is just the reverse of row 2. We'll start with a knit, purl, knit in the same stitch, and then a purl 3 together. And you repeat that all the way across for the whole row. And there we go. We'll repeat rows 1 through 4 until you reach the length that you want, and then you just cast off like normal. I would cast off on the purl just so that it kind of evens out and it doesn't mess up the pattern. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll watch them and answer any questions that you have.